Well, I'm a straight white man and I got some opinions. Hey, everybody. How we doing? Thank you so much for coming to the gala. Thank you for watching the gala. I know you've got a lot of entertainment options these days. Netflix, YouTube if you're poor, America. Funniest idea for a country I've ever seen. Let's get 325 million people who disagree, put them in one place. And everyone's allowed a gun. But no one's allowed healthcare. That's brutal. Grand Theft Auto isn't that brutal, you know? Grand Theft Auto is a game based on you murdering people and stealing property. But in GTA, if you get too injured, the game will put you in a nearby hospital, patch you up, take 5% of your income, put you back on the street at full health. In real America, if you get hospitalised, the hospital will probably get you addicted to painkillers and then take you to court for every cent you're worth. Grand Theft Auto has a more progressive healthcare system than the United States of America. I've lived in Auckland for 10 years now. My assessment is that this city contains the most diverse range of New Zealanders who cannot afford to live in Auckland. The closest I'm ever going to get to home ownership is finding a landlord who lets me put a nail in the wall. That's the Kiwi dream. All my friends are in the same boat. We're in our 30s. We can't even afford to have kids. At this point, we're just fucking for warmth. Quietly, so we don't wake our 4 other flatmates in an uninsulated Greyland bungalow from the 1930s. That is worth $1.7 million. How? It is a hollow house, sir. My God. People have been asking me, Tim, how did you get through the last 4 years of Donald Trump being the leader of the free world? And my answer is simple, drugs. And the reason I got on them is day one of Trump's presidency, he came out and he said, that was the biggest inauguration anyone's ever had. And I went, all right, game on. If you're allowed to make up your own reality, then so am I. But my one's going to be more fun because I won't be limited by what the media lets me get away with. My reality will be limited only by my brain's ability to conjure images while I'm flooding it with LSD. Why would I waste my time lying about the size of a crowd when instead I could exist as a positive vibration wearing a flesh suit, riding through the universe on a rocket ship made of oceans and mountain, and communicate with the souls of trees? Drugs are good. I think they're important. I think it's immoral to win the lottery of being born and not do a bunch of drugs while you're here. The only reason we don't is because society's still held back by this puritanical hangover from a time when we all went to church on a Sunday and got a lecture from a child molester about how we're the bad guy. No more church. Yes, more drugs. Modern problems require modern solutions, folks. Honestly. The useful thing about drugs is they allow you to interrogate concepts you take for granted in everyday life. Like, have you ever thought about money? Like, really thought about it? Money's quite trippy. Because money's not real. It's just an idea we all decided to vibe on. But it doesn't exist. You can't touch money. You can touch cash, but cash is just a representation of money. And money's just a representation of value. But they're just conceptual. But if you have enough of the idea, you can buy and do whatever you want. But when I try to explain that to the checkout operator, apparently I'm the bad guy. When I try to pay for 6 mint chocolate trumpets with a poem, suddenly I'm holding up the express line. I've been Tim Batt. Enjoy the rest of your night. Good night.